I first want to start off with honoring Pastor Ben and Alyssa. I don't think that they're in here, but if they're watching this, love you guys. I'm thankful for you guys. So, we are going through the book Lead Small, as you guys know, and I think that this is week 4. It's Partnering with Parents, the chapter Partnering with Parents. And so as I was reading this, I was like, I'm not really sure, what is partnering, right? So I looked up the biblical definition of partnering, and it is working together to pursue mutual goals. And so what I took from this is 2 are always going to be better than 1, right? And so in the Gospels, Jesus was always sending his disciples out in pairs of 2. And in the book, it references the 40 hours that we get to spend with our students compared to the 3,000 hours that our students' parents get to spend with them. And so we're getting 2 different perspectives in the student's life. So I have 3 points for you guys to help you better partner with your parents. And so the first one is going to be to cue the parent. And I encourage you guys start young, because when we start young, we build trust. And we can do this by introducing ourselves. And this may seem super simple, but it's not just going to be a, hi, I'm so-and-so, and I am Sally, small group leader. It's really the what and the why behind what is a small group leader and why are we here. So first, what is a small group leader in Echo? We're not their Sunday school Bible teacher, but we're really support for them, not only here when they're inside of the 4 walls of our church, but really when they're outside of the 4 walls of our church. So are we going to their track meets? Are we going to their dance recital? Or have they mentioned that they were nervous about a test in service? How are we texting them, or maybe even texting the parent and saying, hey, I know that so-and-so had a test this week. How are they feeling? How did they do? Because it's really going to show the parent that we care, we want to partner with them, and then we also want to help them. And why are we a small group leader? So what is our goal? And our goal here is to help our students grow in authentic faith, right? So they're middle schoolers. They may just be coming here because their parents are bringing them. But we really want to help them refine their own faith inside our 4 walls. And so we're really here just to help our students and shepherd them in their next steps. So my second point is to honor the parent. In Ephesians 6:2, it says to honor your father and mother. This was the first commandment. And honor means to treat someone with admiration or respect. And so a parent has the greatest influence in their child's life, right? Their influence goes far greater than ours here. And so our influence is for a shorter period of time. And so if we're not on the parent side, then we're really not on the student side either. And so we really want to help to bridge that gap, because middle school is a hard age. I know when I was in middle school, I wasn't always getting along with my parents. And so since we've already cued the family, we have a relationship with the parents, we're really able to help bridge that gap, ask them questions to maybe help them see their parent's side, and reinforce the student that, hey, your parent really does only want the best for you. And my last point is to reinforce the parent, reinforce the family. So this is letting the parents in on what we talk about this week. And I want to highlight Steven. He's right here. He has a great video on the Victory Students Leader page about how he partners with parents. And so letting the parents in on what we're talking about that week can really help us partner with them, because Kara does a great job at sending the small group questions in Telegram prior, so we always know what is going to be preached on that week. And so letting the parents know, is it game day that week? Are we eating waffles in the cafe? Are we tie-dyeing shirts that week? That's really going to help us partner with the parents and let them know what is going on in our service. Is the student going to make it this week? If they're not, how are we getting them the resources to have church at home? And also letting them in on big decisions. So for one, salvation. This is something that our parents don't really get to see because they are over in Maine, but this is a huge decision for our students that we want to make sure we're letting our parents in about that. So did they raise their hand for salvation call and service? Letting the parents know that they did that. Or maybe we feel in our hearts that the student is ready for a Holy Spirit baptism. Are we going to be baptizing the student in the Holy Spirit? Do the parents know what the Holy Spirit baptism is? And maybe if they don't, maybe we're explaining it to them, and maybe we're baptizing the entire family in the Holy Spirit, right? And so these are all ways that we can help reinforce the family. And that's really all I have. So my go and do for you guys is, if you don't have a relationship with your students' parents, to text them. So our shepherding report is always sent out. It's on the clipboards. All of our parents' phone numbers are on there. Go ahead and text them, introduce yourself, and let them know who you are in our student's life. And maybe you do have a relationship with the parents already, but how can we go deeper? How can we ask them, is there anything that we can partner with them outside of the four walls? Is there anything that's going on at home that maybe we don't see? And so these are all ways that we can better partner with our parents.